All right, good. Oh, all right, recording in progress. All right, welcome. Um, Happy Monday, whatever day of the week you practice. I got a request this afternoon. By the way, I request requests, so I don't know if that's like a natural request or not, but it happens. I got a request for gentle heart openers, which was already what I was going to do, which is wild. And it's because in my when I lack motivation, I go back to the basics of my own trainings and of nature. And in traditional Chinese medicine, all the seasons have a physical aspect to it. And the summer, which we transitioned into about a week ago, is this channel. So I had been looking back through my teacher's notes, and she just said something in our chest is it says a lot about the way we have the capacity and the agency to interact with the world, right? And if you think about it, they can really keep the world away and we can really bring the world closer to us. And that I've been thinking a lot about that, the expressions of our arms. And I'm even in my reflection watching right now, the way I'm, my hand motions, in some way, it's like protection, right? So as we move through heart openers and some hip openers towards the end, just be mindful of is what, but not just challenging to you, the ways in which you physically and emotionally don't want to move. And sometimes that's like a clue about um, the way that our emotions are manifesting in like a physical way. So, if you ever see people like this action is going to feel physically and emotionally challenging and opening and vulnerable. So just mind this evening for those emotional things that come up. Make your way to your mat. You'll need 2 blocks. I'll keep it real simple: heart bench, lung bench, something that feels really supportive. Um, Gives us a hint of moving into the front body. Um, the block can support underneath both of your shoulder blades, more like a lung bench, or the block can um, be the long ways on your spine. And the bottom part of it will connect to the tip of your shoulder blade. So it's more towards the thoracic, the upper spine. And then for me, I'm always most comfortable with the back block, the one that supports underneath the head on its highest height. But just know that you have the option to kind of work with a lower setting. The legs can stretch out long, your feet can touch, your knees can drop out wide. Really get yourself set up in a way that I always think about yoga as the place in between. It translates to union, to yoke. So it brings together anything where there's an indication of separateness. So as you start here, kind of suss out the union of comfort and discomfort, right? Supported and spacious. And feel what you feel, if this is most sensational in the front chest or the back body. If you're feeling it more in your upper body or your lower body, depending on the way you've arranged yourself here. This is a energizing pose just by of it. It's also a very introspective pose, especially if the block underneath the base of your skull is on its highest height. You have this mental action of the chin tucking in towards the notch of the throat. It gives it that forward fold action. You're in a really good position to just observe yourself as you are. Bring awareness to your elbows. If there's a lot of strain or effort in your jaw, we'll just be here for another few moments or so. Start to bring some intention into your physical configuration, your emotional state of being. Two more breaths. When you feel ready to make a transition from here, bring your left elbow to the floor, bring your left foot from underneath you, move them all the way off to the side, and just come down into a fetal position, lying on your left side. Reach your left arm away from you like you were trying to touch the person whose mat was right next to you. And let your right hand just rest in your left hand. Make it comfy so your left temple still makes contact with the earth. You kind of closed in on yourself. You had this really open relationship with the earth, the air above, and now you're closed in on yourself. With your right hand, start to trace a big sunshine, like a rising sun setting just over you, the horizon of you. Arc your arm up and overhead. And then as you reach your arm over to the right, start to peel the chest open towards the sky. So you're arriving in a big open twist. And if that felt really nice, you're welcome to retrace the arc you just made overhead, close in onto yourself once again, and do that as many times as you'd like, really. Kind of exploring the full range of motion of your shoulder in its socket. On the right side, we'll do this on both sides. And that relationship of keeping yourself closed off and keeping yourself wide open. We'll do that one more time or two more times. If you're noticing that one feels more natural, is calling to you more, let that be. It doesn't have to be right or wrong or good or bad. Give yourself a moment to breathe in an open twist. And the next time the right arm opens up to the right, just stay there and take a few breaths together. With your left arm, arc, track the arc that your right arm made over you. Let your knees come along for the first round of this breath. And arrive in a fetal position on your right side body. Just feel it. And same thing here. So let the left arm trace this big sun rising in the horizon above you. You can do that as many times as you want. And get really curious about how subtle movements can make really big changes in sensation, all the way down into perhaps your fingers, across the inner arm, the outer arm, the front arm, the back arm. One or two more cycles of breath in motion or in stillness. Only you know what you need today. Good sounds. And then roll your knees up towards yourself. You're getting as compact as possible. And sometimes I just notice that neither extreme feels right or natural. Even though you think one might, it doesn't always work out that way. Spend as much time as you need getting close to yourself, hugging in. When you're ready, we'll meet in a tabletop position. If you arrive there quickly, move in a way that you like. And if you're arriving there slowly, take your time, please. From table, let's warm up the spine a little bit. We've done some twisting. We haven't done any extension or flexion of the spine. So inhale, just let your belly drop, let your heart lift, let your head roll back, front of the throat opens. As you gaze at the thighs, push the floor away, dome into the upper back. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, arms stay straight and strong. You can even hug them towards each other. And exhale, round into the back. Make your way to a neutral spine. Send your right toes towards the back of the mat. The toes stay tucked, so it's really just half of a plank. Spin your left shin out. It could be 45 degrees, it could be 90 degrees. We're going to do this a couple times. Spin the right heel down so you're in a half of a modified side plank. Right hand stays down, so you're really feeling a twist. And then right hand to your hip, right hand overhead, just straight up. As you exhale, right hand to hip, right hand down, you're coming back to that twist. Right knee down, left shin spins in, left toes back, right shin spins out as the left heel comes down, left hand to hip, left hand to the sky, push into the right hand, left hand to hip, left hand down, look down, feel that twist. And we switch. Right toes back, right heel down, right hand to chest, heart this time, fingertips to the sky, right hand to heart, right hand down, pause in your twist. Oh, come back through center, left toes back, left heel down, right shin out, left hand to heart, left fingertips to the sky, push into your right hand, hand to heart, hand down, twist. Last one, come back through center, right toes back, right heel down, left shin spins out, hand to heart, fingertips to the sky, right arm sweeps all the way up and overhead. Pause here. Give your head a nod and a shake. Right hand touches down, you're in a twist. Right knee comes in, left toes come back. Left heel down, right shin out, hand to heart. Fingertips to the sky, turn the nod, shake the head, really release the neck. Look down, touch down, both knees in, and tuck your toes. Peel your knees up off the mat as you shift your seat towards your heels. And then keep the knees bent. But start to straighten the legs just a little bit. You're in like a short down dog. You're really putting the weight in your hands. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Send your sits bones up, up, up towards the sky. Look forward. Baby steps, feet come towards the top of the mat. Soft knees from here. Let your head go, let your neck go, let your jaw go. Just sway from side to side. Inhale, push into the feet. Roll your way up to stand. Send your arms overhead to the sky. Take your right wrist with your left hand. Lift up, lean to the left for a right side body stretch. Soft shoulders. Inhale through center. Take your left wrist with your right hand, pull your way up and over to the right for a left side body stretch. Inhale through center. As you exhale, little bend in the elbows, tilt your heart high to the sky. And then release your hands behind your legs. Trace the backs of the legs as you fold forward. And just drape yourself over your legs. Inhale, find a halfway lift, hands to shins for this first round. As you exhale, plant your palms. Step your left foot back to find a lunge. Soften your left knee down. Inhale, arms towards the sky. Exhale, float your hands to the mat. Step back, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward, come to plank pose. Knees to the ground. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck your toes, inhale. Baby cobra with your hands floating up off the mat. Squeeze your elbows back and down. Let the neck spine be long. Breathe. Hands to the mat, forehead to the mat. Inhale, push up to hands and knees. Exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. One more breath, just like that. Look forward, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Soften your right knee down. Inhale. Arms to the sky. Low lunge, we're just passing some other shapes here. As you exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step right foot to meet left foot. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let it go, fold. Rise to stand, arms to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift from here, please. Maybe just stand. As you palms to the ground, right foot steps back to a lunge, right knee down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, same breath, hands to the mat, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank, knees down or knees can stay lifted lower to your belly. On hands on the ground this time. Inhale, look forward, step right foot forward. Left knee comes down, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. This inhale, left foot steps forward. You're in a halfway lift with your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms to the sky. Exhale, dive right back down. Inhale, halfway lift from here. Plant your palms, step back, come to plank pose. Pause here in your inhale, push into your hands, puff up through the back of the heart. Legs are strong. As you exhale, lower to the belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Meet me there, please. Soft knees again, sits bones high to the sky. all 10 fingers making contact with the ground. Wrap your elbows in and down. Let your head be soft. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, coil your right knee towards your nose. Look forward, step your right foot to your right thumb. Soften your left knee down. We've been here before. Inhale, arms rise. This time, goal post your arms. Let the weight sink into your right knee. And then notice what's happening with your ribs, if they're splaying out. Can you drop your ribs down? Feel how that opens up the front of the thigh more. Keep that action of the belly really engaged. Widen your elbows more behind you. So the chest is opening, not the ribs, just the chest. Ease up on the tension as you inhale. As you exhale, elbows back, heart up. Inhale, come out of it a little bit. Last one. Exhale, elbows wide. Stay here. As you inhale, straighten your arms to the sky. Exhale, elbows widen. Let them come down a little bit, chest lifts. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, elbows bend and widen. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, float your hands. Frame your right foot, grab your blocks, perhaps. Hopefully they're not at the back of your left toes tuck, left knee lift. Take a breath in, relief in the hamstring. Push the right leg straight. Say, ah. Yes. Let's flow here. Inhale, bend into the knee. Exhale, fold. Push the right leg straight. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Last one, please. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, you'll bend back into the right knee. Move your blocks off to the side. You'll need them for side 2. Walk your left hand forward, one hand print. Spin your left heel down, not like warrior 2, like side plank. And then stack or stagger your legs. Right hand to heart center. Right hand to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Right arm arcs up and overhead. Look down. Right hand to the mat, but your low body stays in that twist. Then spin up onto your toes. As you exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Prop up onto your forearms like Sphinx pose. Thread the needle, left arm underneath the right. Come down onto your left cheek, your left temple, whatever makes contact. If this feels like enough for you, you can stay just as you are. If this feels like too much, you can take it in child's pose or table. And if you want a little more here, slide your left knee up to hip height. Just breathe. Last breath or 2 here. If your left leg is bent, straighten it long to meet your right. If you're in child's pose or table, you can stay there for a moment. We'll meet you. Push into your right elbow. Free your left arm. Both forearms are down for Sphinx. Keep your chest lifting. Slide your hands back like baby cobra. Inner hands are heavy here. Shoulders roll onto your back. All 10 toenails touching the ground. And then from the back body, lift your chest up. Baby cobra, maybe more of a big cobra. Breathe and feel the difference side to side. Good. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step forward. Right knee can soften down. Right toes can stay tucked or untucked, does not matter to me. Widen your elbows. Draw the ribs in. And then just a few times as you exhale, elbows move back, heart moves up. You're kind of resisting that with the core. As you inhale, just let it go a little bit, ease up on the tension. Exhale, elbows back. Last one, stay here as you inhale, arms rise. Exhale, elbows bend. Maybe they come a little bit lower this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, float your hands down to blocks, frame your left foot. Right toes tuck, right knee lifts. You can pop your right foot in a little bit. Take a breath as exhale, push from, collect your to your left knee. Heart moves forward, fold. Last two. Last one. Move your blocks off to the side. Hands to the mat, right hand forward, just a handprint. Set up for side plank. Your feet can stack or stagger. Your right hand is really pushing down. Left hand to heart, left arm to the sky. Use your legs a lot. Draw your belly in. Curl your tailbone down towards your heels. Good. Left arm arcs up and overhead, big side body stretch. Look down, left hand circles to find the ground. You're staying in that twist. Hard work. Toes to the floor, heels to the sky. Lower all the way to the belly. Sphinx pose. Right arm threads behind the left. Come down onto your right shoulder, right cheek, right temple, whatever works. You can always take this from table or child's. If you need more, right knee slides up to right hip. And just notice what comes up for you. Mind your thoughts, that emotional content. If this feels really extreme, safe or scary. Feel your heart beating into the earth that we share. And then slide leg long. If it's bent, left arm to the mat, right forearm to the mat. Stay here. Heart stays lifting as the hands slide back. And then bring your chest down, let your elbows widen, like just like that goalpost shape. Let your head come down. As you inhale, lift your arms up. Keep your belly down. Your chest can lift. And then pulse. Elbows up and back. Ease out of it a little bit. Exhale, elbows up and back. This is just like we did in our lunge. Inhale, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, elbows up and back. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Ooh, inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, elbows bend. One more. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, elbows bend. Heart lifts, lifts, lifts. Hands down. Baby cobra, big cobra. Do what works for you in your chest, your spine, your legs. Exhale. Shift your seat towards your heels. Come to child's pose. And let your elbows come to the ground. Walk your elbows in a little bit. Let your forehead come down. Connect your palms. Bend your elbows. Give yourself a tricep stretch. Thumbs can come to the nape of the neck, the space between the shoulder blades. Couple deep breaths here. And start to straighten the arms. Put your fingertips on the mat. Lift your elbows up off of the ground. And then feel that external rotation by wrapping the triceps down towards the ground. On fingertips or on palms, pull yourself forward, come back to table. As you exhale, toes tuck, downward facing dog. We'll meet back there. Feel, breathe. Right leg floats up. As you exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb again. Left knee can come down. Left palm or left fingertips on the ground. Roll your left shoulder onto your back. Inhale your right fingertips to the sky for a twist. So from shoulder head to shoulder head, widen. Cool. Breathe your belly in and up. Last breath, inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arm overhead. Right hand touches down. Left toes are tucked, left knee lifts. Skip your left foot in about a footprint and wide to the left. Fire up your left glute so your whole hip carriage shifts over to the left as you inhale, warrior one. So we just took that twist. Feel the hint of the twist, like the left ribs were really spinning to the right. As you exhale, swim your hands behind you. Either interlace your fingers or take opposite elbows. Follow me though, right thumb or right forearm on top. I'm keeping track for you. Roll your shoulders onto your back so they're away from your ears. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulder heads. Push your right leg straight for just a moment. Lean your heart up and back. As you exhale, you'll humble your warrior, bend back into your right knee, dive inside your right leg. The left leg stays very straight. If you have a big fist, reach your big fist overhead and keep squeezing your outer hips in. You feel that hint of a right hip opener. Good. Last breath. Start to release your hands, frame out the upper left corner of your mat, and then push your right hip crease back. Your foot stays on the floor, you're bent into the knee, you're just gliding the hip crease towards the left foot of your mat. Very good. Breathe in. Walk your hands to center, frame out your left foot. You don't have to straighten the leg, just straighten it ish. Walk your hands forward. You can absolutely bring your blocks with you. Left leg to the sky. Standing split, maybe it looks more like a warrior three. Keep finding that action of your hip crease rolling back. Yes. Straighten and strengthen your left leg. And exhale, left foot meets right foot. Keep your left knee bent a little bit. Straighten into your right leg and let your hips sag. Bent left leg, straight right leg. It's that IT band stretch. Maybe right fingertips to the sky. Good. Right hand down. Inhale, hands to shins, both legs straighten. Exhale, fold forward. Soften both knees. Chair pose as the arms rise. Breathe here. Good. Sit back and down. Rock weight into your heels. Breathe in. Out. As you inhale, push into your legs. Rise all the way to stand. Maybe a little back bend at the top here. Exhale. Arms widen. Find the backs of your legs. As you soften the knees, trace the backs of the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back to plank. Option to move through chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Option to skip it all together. Meet me in downward facing dog. Take a breath. Feel the difference side to side. And inhale, Left leg reaches up. As you exhale, left foot steps to left thumb. Right knee softens down. Right fingertips on the ground or your palm or on a block. As you inhale, it's a twist here. Left fingertips open. Roll your right shoulder onto your back so that from your shoulder head to shoulder head, you can broaden, right? Remember what this felt like on the ground. For me, it felt nicer. Now it's a lot more effort, but we have to do things in life that are challenging. So that's why we practice yoga and breathe. Good. Left arm circles overhead. Find the ground. Step your right foot in and wide. Stay bent into your left knee. Fire up your right glute as you come up for warrior one. That's my favorite approach to come into this. For me, one of the most challenging poses in the practice. So that hint of a twist, the right ribs wrapping towards the left, arms to the sky. And then widen the arms, swim them behind you, interlace your fingers, left thumb on top or left forearm in front. You can push your left leg straight for a moment of relief as you roll your heart up and back. Shoulders move away from the ears. There's the stretch, there's the opening. And then bend back into the left knee as you dive your heart inside your left leg. We're moving in this practice today really quickly in and out of these like open spaces and these closed spaces. And you're navigating the space between. Last breath. Let your hands frame out the upper right hand corner. So it's almost like down dog in the upper body. You're pushing the hands down and away. And then your left hip crease is like squeezing toward your right heel. Very good. Walk your hands to center. Your blocks can come with you. Walk your hands forward to straighten the left leg. Push off your right foot. It's like a warrior three variation or a standing split variation. Active right leg. So your right leg is really working. Your left hip crease continues to move back. Yes. Right foot can step down to meet your left foot. Now bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. So it's that IT band stretch on the left leg. And wag your hips from side to side. You can reach your left fingertips towards the sky. Your blocks are nearby and your hands don't touch the ground. Please use them. Good. Left hand down. Inhale, both hands to shins to find your flat back as you exhale, fold. Inhale, knees bend, arms rise, chair pose, Utkatasana. Shoulders soft, jaw soft, seat and stance fierce. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Maybe a little back bend here at the top. As you exhale, hands to hips, roll your shoulders onto your back. Use your hands to send the hips forward. Lift your chest a lot. Beautiful. Stand tall. Right leg is your standing leg with your right side. So eagle wrap, the variation I've been playing with most. If you want to wrap your toes behind you, you can. I find that this is more active when the blade edge of my left foot and my right shin are like pushing into each other. Falling is part of balancing. Arms can widen. Left elbow hooks under right elbow. Elbows to the sky. We're in that eagle situation. Sit low, just like chair pose. Left hip crease wraps back. Go breathe. Inhale, come to stand. Keep your arms, stand on your right foot, left knee in. As you exhale, shift the torso forward, thread the left leg back, come to a lunge position. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, open up to warrior two, spin your left heel down. Stay bent in your right knee as you inhale. Carry your hands towards your heart center, like you're bringing the world to you. As you exhale, send the palms away from you, like you're pushing out against these imaginary walls. Inhale, hug the heels towards you, bring your hand center, connect the palms. Exhale, sit deeper in your seat as you push the palms away. Inhale, hands come towards heart center, squeeze the heels in. Inhale, push away. Straighten your right leg, flip your right palm, sail up and back. Exhale, bend into the knee, cartwheel your hands down to frame out your right foot. Spin up onto the ball of your left foot, right leg up and back to the sky, down dog split, bend your knee, please open your hip, breathe in. Exhale, pigeon prep, lay your right shin behind your right wrists-ish. It doesn't have to be a perfect angle. And then come down onto your left elbow, your left forearm. Bend into your right knee, left knee. Reach your hand to your left foot and hang out. You can push into your left elbow to really lift up and out of your left shoulder. All those side plank variations prepared us for this. Your right shoulder rolls onto your back. Soften your jaw, please. Soften your shoulders. If your hand doesn't find your foot, that's fine. Bring your hand to your hip or the base of your skull. You can lean up and open and keep trying to bend your left knee so your heel is coming towards your sits bone. Take one more breath. And then let your foot go if you have it. Bring your right forearm to the mat. Either of your shoulders. My shoulders have been very tight lately, so I'm going to angle them in a little bit and interlace my fingers. Right thumb on top. I always want to help you keep track of that. Tuck your left toes, wiggle your left knee in towards you, and then pick your left knee up off the mat. Step your right foot to meet your left foot, and you're in dolphin pose. Walk your feet in a little or a lot, depending on how much space you have today. Just like the union we found in our heart bench, right? Find the comfortable and the uncomfortable, and the uncomfortable and the comfortable. Push into your elbows to lift out of your shoulders, soften your jaw, soften the grasp of your fingertips. If you're holding on to something, put your knees down on the ground, untuck your toes, roll your way up to stand on your shins, hands to hips, a little variation of camel pose. You don't have to take your hands off your hips for this one. You don't have to take your hands off your hips for any of them. Hug your elbows back, lift your heart up, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Good. Bring your seat down towards your heels. Bring your hands to the mat. Set up for like a tabletop. Tuck your toes from here. Just hover your knees off the mat. And then squeeze isometrically, hands and feet towards each other. Feel your core shaking a little bit. Low belly on, low back off. Push back to down dog. Yes, very good. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your feet. Oh, hi, kitty cones. Walk your feet in and a touch closer to one another. Bend your knees, look forward. Bend the knees and launch the shoulders beyond the fingertips. You could do that a few times. You can also play with taking a hop, heels towards the sits bones as you make your way towards the top of your mat. All options are wonderful. Let your head hang for a moment. Just feel the difference side to side. And roll your way up to stand. We have one more side and then we can chill. Left leg is your standing leg this time. Hands to hips. Right thigh crosses over your left thigh. You can wrap your toes behind your left calf, or you can push the blade edge of your foot and the outer part of your shin towards each other so that it feels really active. And just like in that warrior one situation, feel the right hip crease move back, arms widen, right elbow hooks under left elbow. The backs of your hands or your palms can touch. Then lift your elbows up and sit a little lower. Good, last breath here. Keep your arms as they are. Stand on your left foot, bring your right knee in towards your belly. As you exhale, like a modified warrior three, heart forward, right leg back, right leg is active. Bend your left knee, land your right foot at the back of the mat. Ooh. Unravel the arms, high lunge just for a moment. As you exhale, warrior two. The knee stays bent, your foundation to the floor. As you inhale, hug the heels towards each other. Squeeze like you're isometrically dragging something to your heart center, right? This is our relationship with bringing the world in. And as you exhale, this relationship to keeping away what you need to have boundaries with. Inhale, hug in. If you are using all your strength to bring the things you love close to you. And exhale, just remember, you don't have to keep everything. You can reject some stuff. Inhale, hands in towards the heart. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Push your left leg straight, flip your left palm, sail up and back. Stay here for an extra second just for the good feels. As you exhale, bend into your left knee, cartwheel your hands down, left leg up and back to the side. Bend your knee, open your hip. And then we have a pigeon, left shin towards the top of the mat. Set up. Oh. This time, lay your right forearm down. So left hand, you play with your stops on the bus. Your left hand can come into your left hip crease. My teacher would always do this assist called the can opener, which you can, it's like using on yourself. Feels trying to bend the knee more. Wherever you are, push into your right elbow, lift out of your right shoulder and peel your left shoulder onto your back. So it's a twist, it's a thigh opener, it's a hip opener. It's a sticky situation that asks you to bring attention to your breath. Make space. Hi, kitty corn. Hi, baby. Last breath here. And slowly release your foot if you have it, release your hip if you have it. Left forearm to the mat. The number 11 with your forearms, or interlace your fingers. Left thumb will be on top. And we'll just do everything very symmetrical. Right knee in. And tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, step your left foot back to meet your right foot. Walk your feet in to the extent that you have space. Push down into your elbows, lift up out of your shoulders. Soften the knees, possibly a little bit. Now let your jaw go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay for one more breath. Pull up through your spine, hands to your hips. Shoulders onto your back, elbows hug in. Use your hands to guide the hips forward as you lean your heart back. Engage your belly just like we did in the lunge. Very good. Release your hands, send your hips towards your heels, plant your palms on the mat. Walk your knees back a little bit like you're in tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. And then really hollow out the belly. Hands and feet drag towards each other isometrically. Low belly on, low back off. Soften your jaw. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Breathe in. Inhale, roll your way out to a plank, and exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Goal post your arms. Actually straighten your right arm all the way. So one straight line from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist. This is a little bit of a different stretch than we normally take. You can come down onto your right cheek, your right temple. Bring your left hand under your left shoulder, and then roll onto your right side body. So instead of bending the elbow this time, like we normally do, your left foot can step behind you. This is kind of stretching out the whole arm and not just the pectoral muscle. This is our passive stretch here. We've already done a lot of active work. Breathe in. If bending the knee and putting the foot on the floor behind you doesn't work out, you can always bend the knees like we do in the familiar variation we take of this pose. Last breath, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring yourself back to center. Let your left arm widen. Roll your chin or your forehead through center. Just feel the difference for a moment, side to side. Keep your left arm straight. Bring your right arm in. Head, body, right foot. Last 2 or 3 breaths here. And when it's ready, when you're ready, come through center. Roll onto your belly just for a moment. Release both hands back at your sides. Your palms face up, just a total relief in the shoulders. And flip over onto your back. Bring your feet together. Let your knees drop out wide. Bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart. Feel yourself. Notice your soul. Start to coordinate. Softening of your skin suit, your muscles. Every exhalation you take, just allow the inhalations to fill you up. And on purpose, feel some kind of physical, emotional exhale. It's on purpose. It's deliberate. Another couple breaths right here. Keep your left leg just as it is. Lengthen your right leg long so it's towards the outer right hand corner. And then lengthen your left leg long so it's reaching for the outer left hand corner of your mat. Release the hand that's on your belly. So the back of the hands on the ground, the palms facing up. Whenever covering your own heart, when you're ready to expose it for your final rest for this, the integration of your whole practice, with the back of the hand, find the ground, the palm opens up. And take a big breath. Nose. Open your mouth, sigh out. You're all on mute, so you can do that 1 or 2 or 3 more times if that's right for you. Let yourself completely surrender into stillness. Tune into the subtleties of your breath. The reverberation of your heart beating within the chest. Stay just as you are, open, still, quiet perhaps. Let your awareness start to trickle back. And when you feel ready to move, return to a hand on your heart. Just pause there, covered, safe. Make your way onto your favorite side. Just crawl up in the warmth and the safety of yourself for a moment. Push yourself up to a seated position where we'll meet and close out this practice. Bring both hands together in front of your heart and bow your chin to your chest, giving reverence to the sweet expression that comes from within. And bow forward. Honor yourself. We honor each other. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today, for being here. Such a pleasure.
Thanks, Lindsay.